to my channel, subscribers. Welcome to my channel, new subscribers. If this is your first time viewing me, checking me out, my name is Gifty and I'm the gift to your hair. I am your hair extension expert. On this channel, I help you achieve the look that you have always envisioned. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you and showing you a method that is great for thin hair. My client has thin hair. She has fine thin hair. Her edges are very sparse and her hairline kind of starts behind her actual edges. Like you see how her hairline starts behind her actual edges. So if we're gonna do a sewing for somebody like that or who has thin hair, you have to use a weaving net. The weaving net adds a extra protection layer so that you can put more tracks on her head without irritating the scalp or putting too much pressure onto the hair itself. Let's run that back. We're using this net thing because my client has thin hair. People with thin hair, you don't want to sew bundles directly on their hair. All the bundle's weight is going to be weighing their hair down, and that's going to cause irritation, tension to the scalp. So instead, we put this net as a protection barrier so we have more spacing that we can add more tracks on, and the net is not going to weigh down the hair, causing less tension for my client. This is the method that I'm doing right now. To do so, I have the big old net, like the weaving nets, and then I cut it. I have my client hold both sides down so that I can use the needle and thread to fully sew it connecting to the braids. To sew it connecting to the braids, I'm using a needle and thread. I start on one side, then I sew the net onto the braid, the first braid in the front, the sides perimeter, then the back side. And I do this continuously from one side to the back to the opposite side to sew on the net properly. To do so, I'm gonna start by the anchor braid in the front, taking the needle and thread, looping it through the anchor braid, looping it through the net, and attaching the net to the anchor braid. I do this same method going from the base of the anchor braid all the way up to the top where the closure or the leave out is gonna be at. I start at the base of the anchor braid, which is right by the ear. Then I proceed by going up to the braids, and it's going to take me to the top of her head where the closure or the leave out piece would be at. Once the foundation is done, I go in and actually put in the bundles. This is Water Wave 22 inches custom color bundles from gifty.org. We have bundles available in all textures: body wave, straight, water wave. If you want a custom color done, just DM me or send me an email to my business email. If you're looking for a custom color bundles, I do offer that service and I can get it done for you. To put the bundles in, I'm using my needle and thread. I like the curved needle. It just makes things really easy for me to use. I start by sewing the very first bundle at the nape of her neck, way at the bottom. I am not doing the double method. I single the tracks. The first track in the back, I single it out. Then I do double in the middle, then I single in the top. The reason I do it that way is because I want to add all three bundles on my client's head. If I were to single out every single track, it's going to be too spaced out and I won't have room to add all the bundles in. So I single the bottom, I double the middle, and I single the top. The reason I single the top is because I want the top part to be very flat. What I mean by single is the tracks, what I'm using right now, you see those two tracks, that's doubling. The first portion of the sewing that I showed you guys was single. I was only using one track to go through. And again, the reason I do that is because I want to add all the bundles on my client's head. So I singled the bottom, the first track, I doubled the middle, then I singled the top. After we get done sewing the bundles on, we move to the front of the hair. Another great method or tip for thinner hair that I like to use is the glueless method for closure sewings. The glueless method is not really glueless, is less glue being used. But you can do 100% glue less without any glue at all. I personally don't do that for clients because they want their hair to last quite a long time. So doing 100% glueless for a person who's looking for a long-term hold, I don't really do it, but I'm going to show you the method that I do to use less glue but still get a melted, long-lasting hairstyle. And this is the method. I use the elastic band. The elastic band is going to be like a form-fitting thing that once put on the head, it's going to form-fit their head and it's going to secure the lace down without adding too much tension to the client's head. Run it back again. The lace band is used for glueless installs. That being said is I attach an elastic band from one end to the opposite end of the closure. This is what I mean by less glue. I only use probably like one layer. That's where the glue is going to stop, where her hairline will typically stop. And I put it right in between her where her baby hairs are and where her skin is. So it's the glue is literally going on the skin, not on the hair. But it's super close to the hairline, but it's also less glue, so it's not damaging at all. Now I have removed the lace band. I have cut off the lace extra piece in the front. And we went in and sewed in the extra bundles in the back. Now I'm just doing touches to make sure that there is glue on the very, very tiny demarcation of the lace to her actual skin. I'm lifting up the lace to see if there is any spacing that still needs to be melted down, any little glue that still needs to be added. That's what I'm doing right now, just going over it, making sure that I got, I'm lifting it. Okay, is there anything poking up? Boom, we got one poking up. We add a little bit more glue right there. Take the rat tail comb and then stick it down into the glue to make sure that everything is basically melted. The point of the lace is supposed to create a natural scalp effect. I want it to look melted. Then I take the same makeup that I used on the base of the closure, and I put a little bit on top of the closure to make sure it melts in. Right now I'm parting the hair to see how the part is gonna go, and then we're gonna begin actually styling this beautiful install. To style this beautiful install, I did do a middle part. I've already pulled out her baby hair in the front. I'm going through and unbraiding the closure piece. I braided the closure piece just so I can have a nice visual of how the hairline is going to be, how everything's going to be before I start working on it. So right now I'm going to go in and cut off the baby hair using the razor. And for today, I will be using mousse to lay the baby hair down. I like to use the razor because it gives me more like a natural, soft kind of look compared to a scissors. Most times you're not going to see me use a scissors for anything besides cutting like the tracks. Right now, this is a very small mini straightener. The new method of doing baby hairs, I'm giving it a shot with the straightener and then putting the mousse on top of it. I typically just do the gel because it lasts way longer than like the mousse for the type of baby hairs, but I wanted to see how it's gonna look. So, you know, I took the small straightener, I've rolled the curls up. Sorry, y'all, I'm like, oh my God, in Minnesota. I live in Minnesota and the seasons are changing and my nose is all stuffy. So I'm just sorry. I really want to get this video out for y'all. And I also want to say thank you so much if you are actually subscribed to my channel and you like my content and you're watching it. Like, I want to give you guys the most appreciation because I really do appreciate you. But let's focus on the video. So again, I am just working on the baby hair right now. And I'm using the mousse method to create the baby hairs. I am using the mousse all over the hair as well. The mousse that I'm using is the algae mousse, wrapping mousse. I will add that in the description box. This mousse is really nice. A tip, you need to check the kind of mousse that you're going to use if you're going to put it on the baby hair. Why? Is because some mousse has alcohol inside and it will literally lift your entire hairstyle, y'all. This has happened to me. Like, I got done with the whole install. I go put mousse on the girl hair, didn't read the label. It says big letters, not big letters, but the ingredients had alcohol inside. Boom, my entire lace that I've worked 2 hours doing lifted. I was beyond hurt. So don't be me. Always check what kind of mousse you're using. There is alcohol-free mousse. That's the one you got to use if you're going to put it on the hairline to create baby hairs. This is the second mousse I'm using right now, is the Nairobi foam mousse. Absolutely love it. It makes your hair define. It kills frizz. It keeps your hair curly. That wet, beautiful look. Nairobi foam mousse is the girl. I was telling her about it too. Like, sis, you got to go pick up this mousse because your hair going to be slayed every single day. But right now, like I said, I'm just going through styling the hair. We did the foundation with the net. I added the tracks into the hair. We went in with the glueless elastic band closure method, and now this is the finished look. She is looking cute. The color is just perfect for the fall. Like, shorty was feeling herself. She's like, yes, and I'm like, yes. I was focused on making sure her hair was nice. I was saying yes in my head. But she was definitely feeling herself. I just be so happy when I get done with the installs and they're happy. It's just like, whoa, did I just do that? Now I'm helping a person look and feel good. Like, she's about to go home, take pictures. I'm able to give a customer that kind of feeling. It's amazing to me. And this is why I do hair, because it just feels great to know you helped someone look and feel good and go home and have that confidence boost to just be like, yes, I'm that girl. Snapchat gonna see me today. Facebook gonna see me tonight. I need to be outside somewhere, but, you know, stay inside because it's COVID. But either way, I love giving my clients that feeling. And basically, we're done with the install. I just went over and plugged to clean up any excess stuff, making sure everything looks good. I'm fluffing out the baby hair and all that. And now the last part of the video, just a little extra step, I'm gonna do her makeup. I have been really into doing my clients' makeup. I don't charge people right now because I'm not a makeup artist. I just like to do it just to see like what I can improve upon. So yeah, we're gonna get into this makeup look and let me know what you think about it. Again, I'm just finished up all the little extra pieces right now, making sure everything looks natural. It's giving scalp. Last thing I do is I spray it. I put some holding spray right here. You guys can see the holding spray, but I did put some holding spray on. Then I went in with my hot comb just to loosen up the roots a little bit. And then I'm going to put on the Gifty lace melting band. The lace melting band is, I use this band in every single video. You need it. The lace melting band purpose is to ensure that your frontal lace closure melts down and looks flawless throughout the entire install. So I'm gonna use it right now to just lay the hair down while I work on doing her makeup. end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and comment, plus subscribe for more. I am Gifty, the gift to your hair. This has been a lace closure installment on thin hair. How do you finesse thin hair without causing damage to it? And we did a light makeup look. This hair was from Gifty, GIIFTI.org. And I'll see you beautiful people next time. Bye.